Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions on a Kizer knife. Now, this is a pretty exciting Kizer. It's one that I've been waiting for quite a while. And yes, it's one that should have been in my most anticipated knives of 2022. We're making up for that right now. This is the Kizer XL Begleiter White Mountain Knives exclusive, which is really, really cool. Now, I've reviewed the Begleiter already. There's, I think, a mini version as well, which is not that compelling to me, but the original was a really nice design, and I have no complaints about the original, except almost every knife can be better by making it a little bit bigger. And so this is XL, it is bigger. It's got upgraded materials as well as a button lock. So lots and lots of things here to pay attention to. Let me give you a quick rundown on what's happening here and remind you that this is a White Mountain Knives exclusive and that you can go over there, use my discount code SHARPSTUFF and save yourself 10% off. So let's take a look. We have at the front a drop point, 150, there it goes, 154 cm blade steel, nice plunge grind, little bit of a false edge there, stonewash finish on that 154 cm steel. Quite happy with that as a steel choice, especially for the price of these, which is not that unreasonable. You can see Begleiter XL and its Azo right there. Handle itself this is where you can really see the original Begleiter design, but this happens to be done in this nice brown canvas micarta. It's full steel liners that are slightly proud. Nice deep carry clip there with flush screws. Not recessed into the handle, but that's fine. It is also repositionable. Now, of course, the button lock is not repositionable. So the lock is going to stay the same, but you could switch the pocket clip to make this carry on the left side instead of the right. The action in here is, of course, bearings. Nice detent. And they've done a pretty decent job with this button lock. I want to show you the interface there and see how it's angled. That, I think, is going to make a big difference. So button locks are notoriously bad for developing blade play because over time, as you open and close them, it only takes a little bit of wear for this button to no longer fit right. However, because they've angled this, all right, because they've angled that interface that the button pops into, they've allowed for a little bit of self-adjustment, which I think is a really, really nice way of limiting that development of blade play. It's kind of one of those things. And I will say this, I was pretty concerned about this because button locks are notoriously bad for that. And Kizer being a budget company, I thought, can Kizer build a button lock that's reliable and doesn't develop blade play? But they seem to have done a pretty nice job. So I'm pretty hopeful about that. Quick note on the action here, and that is, yeah, it's very well done. The flipper works well, the thumb stud works well. I don't know if I can spidey flick it. I guess we can try. Yeah, I can spidey flick it. It's not super comfortable. I don't think I'll be doing that all the time, but how many opening options do you need? The flipper works great. The thumb stud works great. Not too much more to complain about there. And of course, the size on this is really, really great. 9 inches overall, 3 7/8 on the blade. Just notice they've done a nice job on that plunge grind there. So that's always something welcome. Hold on, let me close it. There you go. 5 1/8 inches when closed. All right, 4 1/4 inch grip area. So you would have to be a massive human being to have hands that were too big for this grip. There's tons and tons of real estate here. Don't anticipate that being a problem for virtually anyone. And 5.2 ounces, which for a 9-inch knife is not that bad at all. Just to give you an idea of how big XL actually is, thought I'd throw in a Para 2 and a Recon 1. The Recon 1 is going to be pretty close in size, right? So if you're used to a Recon 1, if that's the kind of knife you like to carry, you'll enjoy this as well. Let me get those out of the way and make the last important note that I want to point out here, and that is fidget factor on this. Yeah, it's off the charts, of course. Big surprise to no one. Button locks are very fidgety locks. I guess the only discussion you could have here is, how strong is a button lock? They're probably not the strongest mechanism on the planet. And for a larger knife, maybe you'd want something a little bit more substantial. But for a large EDC that gives you a nice good bit of cutting edge, a pretty well-designed utility kind of blade, a large comfortable handle with nice grippy micarta, I think this is really good. And the price point on these is not bad either. I think um, you're probably going to be around $60, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, but I don't quote me on that, because as I try to say it now, I'm trying to picture the ad that I looked at and I just can't get the price back in my head. So, but it's reasonably priced as well, which is great. Like, I think this is just a huge win. One of the coolest things Kizer has done, certainly in a couple of years, Kizer, I don't know. They haven't been quite as exciting to me lately, but this is very exciting, and I really like this. So really happy to see this as a White Mountain Knives exclusive. I love Justin. He does great stuff, and we've had a great partnership between himself sponsoring the channel and you guys being able to go get stuff for a discount over there. And so, yeah, go pick up one of these. If they're out of stock, pick up something else and wait. There'll be more. I am so totally certain. In the meantime, go check out some other videos. Thank you for watching this one. We will talk to you soon.